To most, a world with an excessive amount of limited resources sounds terrifying. That's because it is. There's an embarrassing blemish in modern society, which is the lack of recycling what can easily be recycled. According to a 2008 article by Eureka Recycling entitled Environmental Benefits of Recycling and Composting, over 50% of what we still throw away in the garbage every day can be recycled through curbside and other types of collection. It is so easy and the reward is so critical, yet hardly anyone is willing to do it. If we don't start now, the world as we know it is going to become a very scarce and terrible place in due time. We aren't the only ones in danger of feeling the effects of this. So are the plants and animals that we share our planet with. In order to effectively solve this problem, we need to start paying people for their good deeds. If we don't do this, we will continue to pollute the earth and destroy natural habitats. My first point is recycling will reduce pollution. Every day, we toss out billions of things that can be recycled. Those things, such as plastic and styrofoam, and the styrofoam cup your morning coffee is in, are polluting the earth terribly. Styrofoam leaks harsh chemicals into the ground. The tons of chemicals that are being leaked into our earth is building up, and it's causing cancer. Along with this, Americans throw away 25 million plastic beverage bottles every hour. So much of this plastic is ending up in our oceans. The plastic is polluting our oceans and killing millions of sea creatures. We are also burning a colossal amount of fossil fuels, which can be reduced by recycling too. Recycling sounds like the savior of all problems, doesn't it? Recycling saves energy, which means we don't have to burn as many fossil fuels. And you're thinking, what are fossil fuels? Why should I care? Fossil fuels are what lead to the pollution of air by acid rain, and they play a huge role in the reason global warming is upon us. So fossil fuels are the reason we might not get a white Christmas. Not only does lack of cold affect us, it's affecting the animals too. The critters that are roaming around are all affected by this just as much as we are, if not more. Which leads to my second point. We're destroying natural habitats by not recycling. And the global warming that has resulted from recycling is causing the Arctic ice to melt. In the article I read by the National Wildlife Federation titled Global Warming and Polar Bears, the Federation says that the chief threat to polar bears today is global warming. Not only are we taking their homes from them, but we're also taking the homes away from many other critters, such as the ones that live in trees. For all of the paper we toss out to be burned instead of recycled, trees have to be cut down. Every time we have to cut down trees. Trees that are home to shelter to billions of animals all over the world. The 2012 article by the South Coast Energy Challenge titled What Happens If We Don't Recycle points out that all the trees being cut down to make items are not growing at a rate fast enough to replenish what we've taken. We can't just keep trying to go back and cover up our mistakes. It just doesn't work. We need to stop making these easily correctable mistakes before they're not so easy to correct anymore. We need to start paying people for recycling, which is my third point. It is very clear that people will not do something if they're not directly getting something out of it. This isn't just the case in recycling, but in all cases. That's just how people are. It's human nature. It's just human nature to need a reward for every action we do, whether it's money, a gift, or maybe the approval of others. When someone recycles, they don't see the immediate benefits of it. So people don't do it. If we place an immediate benefit, people are going to be more willing to do it, and we can get everybody with any common sense to do it. The benefit that we're placing would be money. Who doesn't love a quick buck? We've already created a way to get money for recycling cans, and the results were effective, but the places that one can go to do this are few and far between, so it's not giving you such a huge benefit to our country. If we can design a recycling machine to put in small stations around every town or city that can read the amount you've recycled when you put it in, just like a vending machine reads how much money you're dropping in, and give people a small reward of money for doing it, recycling will boom. It will just explode. Whether the reward is 50 cents or $5, everyone will be into it, and it will encourage so many to recycle. Now I'll tell you why that's the best way to make things happen. In the future, if this plan went underway, a child's mom can tell them if they collect enough things to recycle, at the end of the week she'll take him to a store or a machine and he can put his stuff in and get his money back. The kid could either save it or go buy a toy with it. Either way, they'll love the money. Kids aren't the only ones who love money, obviously. If adults do the same, they can take the few bucks they get and go get themselves a coffee. The satisfaction every person would receive from this would be enough to get them doing it every week. It's innovative and foolproof. The consequences that I listed earlier should have been enough to get the average human to want to recycle. From cancer resulting from pollution to the loss of natural habitats, the whole world is suffering from our mistakes. We need to put an end to this disastrous flaw now. We can set the recycling machines in place all over the world and sit back and watch the world become a better place. If we don't, we'll see the problems we've already caused worsen and spread, and more problems will be born. We are too advanced in today's society to not be able to accomplish something like this that will save our planet, the planet that has given us so much.